The city of Troy loves their history.
Cheers, happy holidays!
Twas the night before Christmas.
They really love it.
Went all through the house.
Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
And during the holiday season, how can you not when you've got a little help from the big guy?
The stockings were hung by the chimney with care.
In hopes that St. Nicholas would soon be there.
So this site right here is where the famous poem, "Twas the Night Before Christmas," was probably first read for the first time ever in Troy, New York.
You're telling me that the parking lot of a Dunkin' Donuts is where "Twas the Night Before Christmas" was first read?
Yep. Now, actually, it wasn't always a Dunkin' Donuts parking lot. It was originally St. Paul's Episcopal Church.
If you didn't know, you aren't alone.
This is arguably the birthplace of Santa Claus.
How does one of the world's most beloved characters get his start in a small city on the Hudson River?
Okay, and we're here.
The current St. Paul's Church holds that answer.
Harriet Butler was the eldest daughter of the Reverend Butler here. She had been down in New York City visiting a family friend, Clement Clark Moore.
While she was there, Moore read the poem to his family one evening
He was chubby and plump.
A right jolly old elf.
and allowed Butler to bring a copy back home to Troy. It didn't take long for her to share the story. She read it out loud during her Sunday school class to her friends.
And another member, Mrs. Sarah Sackett, loved the poem so much that she took it over to the Troy Sentinel newspaper.
That's where we're heading next.
Yes. Well, look at that guy there.
yeah, that's Santa Claus.
yeah.
So this is it.
This is the Troy Sentinel building where Sarah Sackett delivered the poem to Orville Holley, the editor,
He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work.
who published the poem on December 23rd, 1823. So Clement Clark Moore is credited here on this plaque as the author. But originally the poem was published anonymously, and as it grew in popularity, everyone wanted to know who wrote this wonderful poem.
The answer is right down the street.
Now dash away, dash away, dash away all.
Behind us is the former home of the Troy Budget newspaper, which credited Clement Clark Moore as the author for the first time in a newspaper.
Coincidentally, this site has something else to do with Santa.
Above the Budget newspaper was Myron King's studio. King was a local engraver, and around 1830 he created this wonderful engraving of
Saint Nick
based on the poem, flying through the air in his.
Miniature sleigh.
and 8 tiny reindeer.
And that really was, the first illustration of Santa as we know him. A lot of people have heard that Troy is the hometown of Uncle Sam, but I believe we also have the claim to being the hometown of
St. Nicholas, too.
Santa would later move down the river a few miles into Albany, where he was first commercialized in the 1840s.
Have you been good this year? Yes!
But it's here in Troy where we find his roots.
But I heard him exclaim,
Ere he drove out of sight.
With the Albany Archives,
And that's the origin of the American Santa Claus.
I'm Matt Millette for Spectrum News.
Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.